are going to happen, right? We'll see. To mention, so like you guys talked about a lot of stuff, so what I will mention as well is that the music is done by Bear McCreary. I don't know if you guys know. Adam might know that.
That's the guy from Game of Thrones, right?
That's also the guy from Battlestar Galactica.
I know him.
So
Big name.
Yeah, he does the music for. He's doing the music for, or he's done the music for Forspoken. We'll go through all the English grammar right there.
I am excited about that. I did not know that, and that makes me happy.
Forspoken is the debut title of the studio, right? So it's their first game, which is kind of good, kind of bad. Like hopefully it's a knockout. Luminous Productions is the name of the company. They were originally from employees who worked on Final Fantasy. Is that 14? XV? 15. Shit.
Yeah, they're the 15 guys, which I know Antoine's going to be like, but yeah. No. I liked 15 though. So see, that's one of the things where I wonder if maybe if it hadn't been named Final Fantasy 15, maybe if it had had its own name, like if they had called it what was the name of the city that they were from or whatever. But if they had given it a different name, would Antoine have liked it? I don't know. Was it?
An unfinished game is gonna piss me off. That's all. I was very happy with FF15 until the Water City, Venice-like, city. I was very happy until it. And then seeing it rush completely with the train to the end. Allez, stop. We don't have time. We don't have budget. Finish the game. What happened? I was enjoying myself until now. What happened? There's a point where they say, no, guys, we are releasing the game in 2 weeks. You have to finish it now. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Now, you can give it the name you want. It's not good. Sorry. I'm pissed at this game, and I will always be pissed at this game.
Yeah, so that's one worry that I had with this one is this one going to come out unfinished in the same way that Final Fantasy 15 came out unfinished, but hopefully it'll be pretty good. So
it's a new IP. If they do that, they doom it right away. And they took, again, let's remind that they took 5 more months than originally planned. And I hope it's to finish the game. Final Fantasy, they can't really do that because it's a big name. They have pressure to release it on time. Okay, wait. I'm talking about FF15 there. So that doesn't count. Forget what I said.
But what was it? Because Korean was saying for the price point going up, I'm wondering if maybe part of that has to do with Sony, where they were saying we want price parity with the PS5 version, because if we don't, obviously that could hurt PlayStation sales. If it's cheaper on PC, some people might be opting for the PC version than the PlayStation version. So I wonder if maybe there was a deal worked out there with Sony where they were saying like, okay, let's have price parity across the board, and that'll, so I'm wondering if maybe there was a deal there.
It makes sense because the other thing I didn't realize, this is a PlayStation exclusive for 2 years.
Console exclusive. It comes out on PC in October, right?
Yep. So on PlayStation and PC, but no Xbox.
Yeah, which is unfortunate.
Yes. But that being said as well, right? This might be a good transition that Sony and Nintendo machines to be on short supply again in 2022, unlike the Xbox, which is not good for PlayStation.
No. Yeah, Xbox has been outselling PlayStation, but that's because Xbox has been more available than.
Yes.
So yeah, Microsoft threw their weight around and was able to buy up a lot of chips.
TSMC's production here in Taiwan.
Yeah. So Microsoft, they were able to, use their money to their advantage. So.
And remember the unbeatable library at $10 per month, the Xbox Live.
Yes.
Yes.
And then another sort of off branch of that is that like Nintendo missed analyst expectations for Switch sales, and they said they blamed it, of course, on shortage of consoles and hardware availability and supply shortages. So it's like out of the console wars, Microsoft is winning because they can't make enough Switches as well. Like even the Switch OLED, before it was coming out, I remember listening to a podcast, and they only made 1 million OLED units available for the entire world.
Wow.
It's normal. It's normal. I'm working for an IT company. If you guys don't know, for a very famous IT company, if you buy gear now, depending on the gear, you have to wait for a year or a year and a half.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, and the company I'm working for have a very big. I'm working for Cisco, so so yeah, you buy Cisco gear, you wait a year and a half, and it's a big company, so it's the same for everyone in the industry. There's not enough materials, there's not enough semiconductors, there's not enough. COVID was bad. Russia, Ukraine is even worse because lots of materials you can't get from Russia anymore. Anyway, that's not gonna get solved anytime soon.
Yeah, and for new people, right? If you're not techie people, like I guess the three of us are kind of techie people. Like Cisco is the backbone of Amazon Web Services, of Microsoft Azure. It is the
Nice, nice.
backbone of the internet in the world, right? There is no internet without Cisco. So it's that tells you how serious the sort of supply shortage situation is in the world.
Very serious.
Okay, I did want to mention a few headlines to you guys. Oh, podcasting to be a $4 billion industry in 2024. So in 2 years, podcasting sitting at like 1.7 billion right now. So some good news for middle-aged gaming listeners and for us as well. But we still have a chance to get that extra 2 billion in value for middle-aged gaming.
Fair enough.
Let's hope.
Yes, indeed. So other thing I wanted to mention as well is, so next week we are talking about Sniper Elite 5. So Antoine, since you chose it, like what part do you want to cover?
Again, I have not seen any trailer or anything of this game. I had actually no idea it was coming out, but it's much more of a niche game, and I didn't even knew this game if I didn't see Korean actually stream it on our channel. And after that, because it was on discount on Steam, I got it, and I really had a lot of fun on it. So that's why when I saw Sniper Elite 5 is released in end of May, I like, hey, we have to do this one because it's really good. But I haven't seen any images, I haven't seen any trailers of it. So it's a full discovery for me. So yeah, basically I want to treat this game as a full discovery. Again, it's a niche game, so I haven't seen any marketing. I didn't even knew that it was coming out. So unless you actually follow this game, if you have a reminder somewhere popping up, I wouldn't have known. So yeah, I just want to see what it would look like, and I really hope it's gonna be as fun as the fall.
Cool. So we'll do that same thing as this week. Like you can watch the trailers, react to it, right? Adam, any particular part you want to cover?
I've never played a Sniper Elite game before, so I'm not really sure what to cover.
Because when you did Risk of New IPs, right? Like
Sniper Elite 4. I mean, if you have a number 4 after your name, or 5 or whatever, that's not exactly a new IP.
I mean, what about like I mean, I always find this interesting. Like, I mean, freaking Final Fantasy is going to be 16, right? Like repetition in IPs.
Okay, so how to keep a franchise fresh?
Yeah.
Sure, I can cover that.
Yeah. And I will do like what we know so far again, as usual, moving into next week. I don't remember. I don't think Antoine's a soccer person. Like the other big gaming news is that EA has lost the license for FIFA. This year will be the last year for FIFA. FIFA 23 will be the last FIFA
Oh no,
ever.
I don't care. Remember that I hated this FIFA concept of renting cards. Remember this card stuff that you have to buy and it's limited, and you buy your card but you only have it for 6 months. I'm like, yeah, hey, robbery, daylight robbery. Oh my god. See, you should put NFTs on each card. That's mine. I bought it as mine. Don't take it back. So no, I hated this concept. I really hate this. I haven't played any sports game in a long time, so that doesn't. I like real soccer, and my team is really crap this year. So let's not talk about soccer, please.
Who's your team? Just for our listeners.
Les Girondins Bordeaux, Bordeaux team in France.
Oh.
We're gonna play in the second league next year because they are dead last this year.
Oh no, they got relegated.
Oh yeah, Oh yeah, they're really shit. Crap, sorry. Oh, same. They're really, really bad. It's terrible.
Okay. I think the last piece of video game news, I'll shoot this over to Adam, is that Sony's Bungie deal is being investigated.
Yeah, so I heard about that. Yeah, that's by the FCC or whatever, which is kind of funny because that's what everybody was. That was kind of a big hullabaloo when Microsoft said they were going to buy out Activision Blizzard. And so, they were going to be investigated by the FCC, or they were going to be looked into by, I don't know if investigate is the right word, but they're going to be looked into by the FCC, and everyone's like, oh no, this isn't, was it antitrust, or this isn't a monopolization or whatever. So, people are making a big deal out of it. And then Sony buys Bungie, and then they kind of, suddenly they're being investigated kind of for the same thing. And it's like, it kind of makes you wonder, like, given the size of Microsoft and given the size of Activision Blizzard, and then compare that to the size of Sony and the size of Bungie, it kind of makes you wonder, like, is there a bit of nepotism going on here, where, like, the big companies have a bit more pull? Now, as far as it being investigated, I don't think that, obviously, I think that's just the FCC doing their job. I don't think Microsoft's pulling any strings there. But I would be very suspect if the Sony Bungie deal was seen as problematic and the Microsoft Activision deal was seen as not. So I expect that they're just going to look into it and they're going to be like, yeah, it's fine. I don't think anything's going to come of it. But it is just kind of funny. I don't think it's actually all that suspicious. I don't think it's actually all that strange or whatever, but I would if it had a certain result.
It'd be fun. See the deal cancelled and then Microsoft buy Bungie.
I don't think Bungie wants to be bought by Microsoft. Maybe they would be open to it now, but I mean, they left Microsoft for a reason. So
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So I mean, just also to remind everyone, like all these deals, right? While they have gone through in the media, they still have to be passed by local government regulators and companies. They have to be passed, so there has to be a vote on the board, and all the shareholders have to say, yes, you can pay us X amount of dollars per share for this company. So things can still happen. We don't know.
I saw some shareholders were trying to sue
Bobby Kotick from Activision Blizzard.
Yeah, because some of the shareholders were saying that this deal basically gives him the golden parachute. It gives him an easy out with a good payout, and they were saying that we didn't agree to this buyout, and this guy's benefiting from it. And no, like, if you want to be bought out, this guy should not be benefiting from this, and at least not to this extent. And so I saw some people were some of the shareholders were trying to sue for that.
Yep, and it's the New York Firefighters Teachers Union. Public funds, technically, yeah. So it's interesting. Okay, that is it, guys. So as a reminder as well, please check out our Starfield video. If you like this kind of videos, we'll be doing more of these in the future. Check out our TikTok channel. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell on YouTube. Subscribe on whatever your podcast app is. Now we have a way to track that, so that is much appreciated. We are having streaming issues, as Antoine mentioned, here in Taiwan. Video quality, we're not really sure why. Adam and I have tried mobile internet or regular sort of land-based internet. Adam has DSL. I have fiber to the cabinets, and even with fiber, it's still weird. So we don't know what's going on there. So streaming might be a bit iffy, but at least podcast will be out today or tomorrow as usual. And tune in next week for our special Sniper Elite 5 episode suggested by Antoine. And yeah, that is it. I hope you guys have a very good week and don't look at the stock market or the crypto markets too much. You might be sad.
All right.
All right. Have a good evening.
Take care.
Bye-bye.